Here on this Monday morning, and we're kind of in the calm before the storm here.
Yeah, going to be expecting some snow here in our neck of the woods as well. Let's send it over to KIMT Storm Team 3 meteorologist Sean McAday to track this thing out for us. Hey, Sean.
Hey there, and good morning. So you're waking up this morning, and maybe if you're hearing this for the first time, you're like, oh my gosh, where did this come from? We were tracking the storm last week, and remember I was saying it's going to stay to our south. Well, again, that edge, that southern edge of this system was right along us, and it has shifted north over the weekend, especially yesterday. So here's what we know now this morning. This begins tonight, and it lasts through tomorrow. We are tracking an impactful winter storm. Depending on where you are, you're seeing anywhere from 2 inches. That's going to be closer to the Twin Cities, or maybe up to 10 inches. That's going to be closer to south, really northeast Iowa, places like Decorah, or places a little bit further southeast from there. So there's a big range on there, and the amount of impacts that you see, how much your commute is impacted, will of course depend on how much snow you see. But it's a little bit more nuanced than that too, because we also have some wind to consider tomorrow night, which will be blowing all that snow around. But this morning, what are we seeing on the radar right now out the door to get you where you need to go? Just a couple light snowflakes. Our system is starting to get its act together well to our southwest over here across parts of the Plain States. But ahead of that making it to us, it needs some time. It needs some room to breathe. It needs to get going. As it does so, it's bringing in warm air, and that warm air is actually colliding with cooler air already in place, turning into some light snowflakes right out the door right now in places like Albert Lea or Steele County, Dodge County, maybe just north of Rochester too. We also have some of that down in Hancock County. There's not much here. I'm not expecting any impacts really today up until sometime after 6 p.m. With that snow this morning, those light snowflakes are really nothing to be concerned about at all. Low to mid-20s at the moment. As you're stepping out the door, we are feeling like we're in the teens, so you bundle up, of course, today. But this afternoon, 2, 3, 4, temperatures are in the low to mid-30s. This is still well above average for this time of year. So as things go, today actually isn't the worst day. And also, I'll tell you, things are getting much colder by the week's end. So maybe today's a nicer day to go for a longer walk out the door. Things will be getting much colder by this weekend. Here's the timeline starting this afternoon at 4 p.m. through 4 p.m. tomorrow. You can see the snow kind of starts with a trickle sometime after 6 or 8 p.m. this evening, and it continues to pile into these deeper blues. By tomorrow morning, that's when we're expecting the heaviest snow, rates of 1 to 2 inches per hour. Typically, when we have snowfall rates of 1 to 2 inches per hour, travel becomes really difficult, and that will, of course, be the case for a good portion of our viewing area tomorrow morning. So I am expecting impacted commute Tuesday morning. So here's this evening, some of these light blues you see turning into dark blues. The snow is really piling in, especially around midnight. Early tomorrow morning, this just continues in a big way. Tomorrow morning, the winds are starting to ramp up a little bit, and it's just snowing. It's a fire hose. It really doesn't start to ease up until sometime tomorrow afternoon, and it'll be finally wrapping up by tomorrow night as those winds are also starting to blow everything around, gusting up to 40 miles per hour tomorrow evening. I am expecting some spots of snow drifts and blowing snow, especially if you're getting more than 6 inches. It's just going to be a good portion of Fillmore County, Mitchell County, Howard County, Cerro Gordo County, Floyd County, Winneshiek County, maybe even Hancock County as well. That's where we're expecting the most significant impacts in our viewing area. Rochester, Albert Lea, Austin, probably in that realm of 3 to 5 inches, give or take. And then if you're further north from there, you're expecting a little bit less. Again, this is how much is on the ground tomorrow night. And here's the best thing, guys. This is not the last chance. I'm expecting more snow Wednesday night and again on Friday. So get ready. Winter is waking up.
Kind of exciting to be getting our first impactful snow, but also definitely want to make sure people are safe.
For sure.
Exactly. So you can stay with us as we'll continue to update you on the changes.
All right. Thanks, Sean.
The Red Cross